All right, folks. This is my first attempt at trying to do one of these video logs. So I'm going to start out talking about what is in a name. Now, I have been a lurker here on YouTube for several months. And now I've decided to do my own thing here. But I had to come up with a good name. And it just seems like, when you think about it, that all the good names are already taken. But I found that if you look around, you'll find something that that might work out. Anyway, here you have different styles of names, as I would like to make my observations here. First, you have one-syllable names. Some famous ones that come to my mind are Bono, Slash, Sting. Bono probably being one of the most famous ones currently. And then you have the one by one name, or the one syllable by one syllable names. A couple of them that came to my mind as I was thinking about this was the famous rapper Snoop Dogg, and our current famous movie actor slash musician Jack Black. And then you have what I call the one by two names, and a couple of them that came to my mind when I was thinking about this were Bob Dylan, Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons. Okay, and then you have the two by ones, two syllables by one. Tommy Lee. Okay, so you all of these names kind of have a cadence to them, so to speak. Now, I've been on the internet for, since like 1993, back when it was almost a dirt road still. And one of the groups that I have been active in for quite some time is a group called Alt Guitar. And that's on Usenet. I don't know how many of you remember Usenet. You can find Usenet groups on Google. And the name that I go by on there is this. I thought the guys there were encouraging me to use that name here, but I found that it's much more funny just to see it in writing than it is to actually say it. Kind of loses it when you kind of say it. And since guys think it's kind of funny to have names that make reference to various parts of the anatomy, I decided that I would try a different variation, softening it up, so to speak, and try it like this.
Horace Johnson.
Well, as you can see, that really just didn't do it. Another name that I've used before is this one. Richard Head, which is kind of funny because when people on the news groups would get mad and want to flame you, of course the first thing they'd come up with is calling you, "Hey, dickhead!" Well, you know what? It's like it really takes a genius to figure that out, and actually, that was the intent, So it was like if you came up with that one, I thought you were kind of stupid, especially if you thought you were insulting me by doing it. I had to go back to the drawing board and start thinking some more. And one morning when I was getting the kids ready for school, I was doing my chores and I looked up in the closet and I saw this box of Dogg Biscuits, and I said out loud, just for no reason at all, "Dogg Bisket." And my 5-year-old son, who was sitting there eating breakfast at the time, just busted out laughing. So I thought, well, I guess that's as good a name as any. It fits that one by two criteria that I was kind of looking for. That one first syllable has a hard dog, and then the last part of it, biscuit. So I think it's going to work out. So as you can see, here is how the theme from the Dogg Bisket is going to go.
Dogg Bisket.
So anyway, this is my first video, and it's kind of raw. You can see I'm a little bit uncomfortable talking in front of the camera, but having watched some of the regulars on here, one thing that was kind of interesting is, of course, you end up starting out watching their newer stuff, but it was kind of interesting to go back with some of these my first people that I've subscribed to and look at the first few videos that they did, and I could see that they went through the same thing. So anyway, bear with me, it will get better. I will feel more comfortable. I got a gazillion ideas here. And anyway, this is Dogg Bisket signing out for now. Until next time.